The arrogance of various online communities is astounding. They go into these echo chambers, they go on Reddit and they go on Discord where it's largely privated. You have to look into the thing to find it. And if you do find it, you'll get banned, or you'll get muted, or you'll get downvoted, or you'll get whatever. You'll get rejected by the general group. So these people could, I'm just, naming a hypothetical. These people could think there's a flying pig with like bird wings. And, because you're in their group, you have to kind of conform to what they say, or you'll get muted, you'll get banned. And I think this kind of creates a larger problem with media discourse, discussion of facts, discussion of, ideological beliefs. So, if you're a right winger and, you're hardcore on abortion and whatever, or you're hardcore on the existence of Jesus, God, whatever, if there is evidence to suggest that maybe, such beliefs are ill founded, instead of, going, maybe I'm wrong, you go, well, maybe the rest of the planet is wrong outside of my group. Like, my group is always right. The rest of the planet could disagree and give actual reasons for why, and have a detailed summary, and have evidence, but they're wrong because my group said so. And I feel like that's the general problem. You go into all of these isolated forums, isolated Reddits, isolated gaming areas, and you'll go, hey, God of War fan, do you know the mythology is not necessarily accurate to God of War? And they'll downvote you, they'll ban you, they'll mute you. Does it matter if what you said is technically accurate? No. These people have their community beliefs, and anyone who questions those beliefs are going to get censored, banned, or whatever. So if you go into one of these like Bardo groups and you say, I think Shippuden is stronger, and you give X or Y reasons, or you say I don't necessarily agree with your idea of canon, I don't agree with how it's made, or I don't agree with how you're phrasing it, it's you who's wrong, not the group. Even if you give actual reasons, you could have the most solid argument. What matters is the community has rejected it. It doesn't matter the merit of that community's argument. The community is right because the community said so. So, like, murder's okay because the community said so. And, they'll say, well, you're comparing an extreme thing to an extreme thing. But no. This logic is generally how will be applied in the real world if it boils down to it. You'll see, in black supremacist groups where, the white people are fundamentally evil because of their sins of the forefathers. And, it's okay to beat up white people. It's okay to bust their head into concrete. Their great, 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 great grandfather was a slave owner or something. So it's okay to kill them. It's okay to beat them up. And, I'm not trying to say that, every group gets this radical. What I'm trying to say is, when you isolate yourself from a larger forum, you isolate yourself from a larger discourse, and you focus inwards on your small, isolated community. This could be whatever, this could be if you're a far leftist and you only want to talk to far leftists and you ban right-wingers. This could be if you're a right-winger and you want to go into this and you want to ban any left-winger who dissents or gives kind of a decent argument. These topics tend not to be as black and white as a lot of people would like to think. And this goes for, media groups who are having a very strong belief in one direction or another. This goes for, power scalers who, have an inflated sense of ridiculous scale for certain characters. I'm looking at you, Kratos and Arceus. And, this can go for, anything that isn't based in reality, but based in a larger consensus. where the consensus is the argument, not the actual argument of the consensus. So the consensus is right because consensus said so, not that the consensus is right because consensus has a actual evidentiary reason. There doesn't have, for these sort of people, there doesn't have to be an evidence-based reason. The evidence-based reason is the consensus, and that's it. If you think cars don't fly, and there's a group that does think that, and you go into that group, it doesn't matter how right you are. It doesn't matter how much you could prove that cars don't fly. This group thinks cars fly. And no matter what you say, no matter how logical your argument is, these sort of people will say that cars fly no matter what. You could have a Bible dictate that says this. And they would still think it. Like literal source from God.